Before I show you around what I did with the crown rust proofing, I thought I'd take the glow plugs out of this and have a look and make sure if they're in tip-top condition. And it sort of made me aware of something, that you can test them with a multimeter such as this. Oh, I've lost my stand. Wait a minute, see if we can get like that. You can test them with a multimeter. However, it is sometimes difficult to get a good reading. Like that one there is showing. I'll put that onto there, look, and connect this across the contacts like this. It shows nothing. Yeah, if I put it onto the sounder, one point two, 1.1 ohms. So it's kind of confusing because sometimes you might not get a good connection. So what I do is I resort to the good old test of having a jump lead. What's that fuse? I think that's a 30 amp fuse in the middle of a jump lead. Put it onto your battery that you can't see, like this. Oops. And there they go. See? I prefer to take them out and have a quick look, I must admit. So that's done. But the other thing you can check, whilst you're at it, let's get rid of that before it falls on your foot. We've got a block heater in this truck. How do we test it quickly? Well, again, this is why I've got the multimeter out. We're going to test it. Oops. Oh. And make sure we've got a resistance going through there, and that shows that the block heater is still working. If there's no resistance, it's obviously it's failed and it's gone open circuit, so it won't work when you very need it, if you see what I mean. Right, let's put these things away and I'll show you what I did with the crown. I used about 1.5 cans of rust proofing on this vehicle, touching up old stuff and just going around things as a preventative maintenance. I did the winch again. I don't know if you can remember from last year when we first started to use crown, there was no extra rust on it at all. The cable stayed nice and all the contacts have stayed lovely. So I sprayed that, sprayed inside the headlamps here. In fact, I sprayed the whole bloody front because I thought, as an experiment, I want to see if it'll stop the majority of the snow sticking to the front. The hitch here has all been done. All rust proofed up. Inside the engine bay, inside the bonnet, it's all been done. Pipes, connectors, cables, just about everywhere. That's been done all across the back of the bulkhead, the brake pipes, everything. Even the control, I moved the control box from, instead of being on top of the winch, I put it under this panel here, which has got an access panel here, and sprayed all the contacts too. Inside on the wiper shafts, they've been sprayed. The hinges, they've been sprayed. All inside here, anywhere there's likelihood of corrosion, that's been done. The hinges, well, you can see, look, and this is a problem sometimes with spraying stuff. It gets everywhere. I know if you've got new paint, you don't really want to do it, but, well, I'd rather have a bit of crown rust proofing, than rust. Hinges, these are often, not hinges, the mirrors are often neglected. They're usually seized up. Got a little bit of corrosion started on there, spray under there, that'll be fine. Door handles, push buttons, they've been done. Oh, I can't get in. They actually cleaned up my car. All these seat runners, they've been sprayed. The bottom of the door's been sprayed, just to stop any build-up of ice and things like this. I've got this door seal to change. That's one of my jobs today. Hinges, they've been done. anything that moves, I rust proof it. And inside here, this is notorious for getting corrosion behind here. It's my thing I did, you won't find that, but it does get corrosion in it. I've got the lamps on order. I see that one's broke. Crown, all around here, hinges, the pin here, that's all been rust proofed, so that's alright. I didn't touch our wire wool experiment, I didn't do that. All around the lights has been done. What a mess it is in here. Where else? Oh, anywhere there's exposed nuts and bolts, like up there, look, they've all been sprayed. Let's have a look around. Oh, like I say, hinges, they've been done. Mirrors. You see, like I say, look, you see how nice and easy they are to move. You know, because sometimes they're so seized up, if you hit something or a branch or a tree or something like that, you'll end up snapping the mirror off. Well, you don't want that. And there we go. So the next thing I've got to do is just go around and check the levels, make sure there's plenty of screen wash, brake fluid. Sometimes these checks are so quick you can just do them anytime you want. The level's right on where the seam is here. It's a bit difficult to see, but that's done. Clutch is good, power steering's good, engine oil's good, coolant's good, fuel filter I just replaced that this year, that's done. Radiator's not blocked up with any muck and rubbish. Rust proofing on the pin, or what should I say, on the latch, on the pins, that's all been sprayed, this has all been sprayed. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it really, it's done quite well. You know. So what's next? I've got that door seal to fit, that's up there. No, check lights. Ah, that's right, we'll check the lights. Nice bright headlamps. These are actually Britrest headlamps, the glass ones, but I fitted LEDs to them. You know, I put it on the hazards so we can see that all the fronts are working, side flashes are working, that's alright. Yeah, let's test high and low beam, make sure that's working. That's alright. Let's have a look at the back. Right, I'm going to do just a quick insert here to explain something. Why do I use LED bulbs at the front of the car, except for the indicators, and incandescent bulbs, like these, the old globes, at the back? The reason is, in my environment in winter, these things here, LEDs, run so cold they won't melt the ice and snow. These do. The last thing you want is somebody right up your backside, well, depends what gender you are, but you can't see anything. Your lights will get all blocked off because with the slipstream effect, all the snow and rubbish and stuff covers your lights. These get blocked off really easy. These don't, because it melts the ice. So on the front of the car, I've got LEDs on the front headlamps. I've got LEDs like this. These are 21 watt bulbs in the side lights like this. In these ones here, the indicators, I've got 21 watt incandescent bulbs. Are they to melt the ice? No, because I have to have incandescent bulbs in the back to stop somebody like running into you. So that means I can't mix LEDs and incandescent bulbs on the same circuit without putting resistors in, and that gets into trouble and all sorts of messing about. So for indicators, incandescent bulbs, side lights like this at the front, LEDs. So I hope that clears it up. And another thing is this, while I'm on a ramble, while I've got this in there, sometimes because these headlamps don't get hot enough to melt snow and ice and stuff like this, occasionally you have to stop the car to knock the snow off. Well, as I'm driving, I can see my lights are getting sort of crap. But also, if you're in really bad weather, you'll find out if you've got a defender. Snow will start to pack up here on the top of the gutter, it will also start to pack up here on the edge of the windscreen. It's not like a regular car, it's not like a Yaris, it's like a proper car. So the sweep of your wipers get worse and worse. Honestly, you really need to experience that, how bad it is. So when the wipers are getting sort of packed up, you have to get out and clear them off. Well, at the same time, you just give your headlamps a bit of a wipe off. Easy. Now, let's go and have a look at the back. Yeah, hazards are working. Side lights are working, rear lights are working. Just put the car into reverse. Are they working? Looks like it. Yep. Last thing to check is the brake lights. Now I know the old joke of trying to press the pedal and run around and look at the back doesn't work. So what we're going to do is with a block of wood, press the pedal. They're fine. The next thing we're going to do is just do a few electrical tests on bits and pieces. Things you should do every now and again, just like I say, the last thing we want is not to work outside in the cold, because we might have a job in here, but we can't get the car in. So let's do a quick test. I've already tested this once, but the camera wasn't pointing in the right direction. That's working. Electric fan. Working. Heater blower. That's working. Dash warning lights are working. That's good. What else is there? Wipers. They're working well. The only thing I've got to do is get the crown rust proofing off. There we go. Yes, the even park. How's that? So that's good. Yeah, that's about it really. You know, just a quick little 5-minute walk around and things like that just before it gets too cold. Well, it is cold outside today, it's about -10. But just before it gets really bad weather, just give it a quick looking at. Now, well, like I say, I know the crown gets on the paintwork and things like this, but you can sort of wash it off with the warm soapy water. It'll come off while it's still fresh, but it will dry, so I'm not really bothered about it. I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather have a crown stain than the rust stain. So I think I'm about ready for the winter season, and let's see what goes. I'm kind of pleased with it. I did have, there's some more videos coming up, because when I got into doing this truck, when I started to adjust the wheel bearing, I found out that there was a couple of faults, and you'll see that it even happens to me that we get problems with severely rusted bolts and oil migration from the hub to the axle. There's a clue. This is why you should check everything. Alright, so I hope you like that. That was just a quickie, because for me going around squirting everything would just be so boring, it'd be unbelievable. See you next video.